What's going on, everybody? Here with Chad's Media, I'm Tyler Lennon. We have some very special guests with us here today. We have the Miller Grove cross country team who just won state for the 5th year in a row. I believe it's their 6th in 7 years. An amazing feat. Coach, I want to start with you. Can you kind of walk us through how big of a deal this is? I mean, 5 years in a row, and y'all have had a decent amount of turnover. I don't want to, harp too much on the past, but Coach Gary Billingsley leaving this past year, you've lost some good runners as well. How tough was it to kind of not start new, but to keep that going with maybe some new coaches here and some different kids coming up and everything?
Start off, you hit the nail on the head. We heard it all year, how vulnerable we were and how disadvantaged we were, especially leaving track season. Going in it, we lost Kobe, who graduated. We lost Isaiah, when he went with Coach B, and then we lost Riley, who was that third in the top 6 runners last year. And so, we heard it all year about how we were already being set back and blah, 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 blah. So going into summer with that kind of mindset of, it doesn't matter. We can't control other people, can't control other ththings. We can only control ourselves. We can only control our attitude and how hard we're going to work. And so that was a big thing going into the summer. So getting to watch those boys, just overcome that kind of stuff. It really was special. And then also knowing, hey, I'm a part of this legacy that Coach B did leave behind. He did lay some wonderful foundations. These kids know how to work hard. And so I was able to just continue having them buy into that. So.
Can you kind of walk me through a little bit, because I think maybe the average person watching this wouldn't be quite as aware, but as someone, I went to Miller Grove myself, kind of got to experience a little bit of it. Cross country, especially for y'all, that is not an in-season thing. That's something y'all are doing all year long, all summer long. Even while the other sports are going, you're still putting in that work. So that's kind of an all-year thing for y'all, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's a 365 days for a lot of these kids. They've really have through the winter time, through the summertime, even when we're not in track season or even when we're not in cross country season, we're just part of who we are. It's foundation of our athletic program.
How tough is it? I know there's certain sports, basketball, football, baseball, not that y'all have football, but there's certain sports that I think it's maybe easier, maybe it's considered more fun, but for a sport like cross country, you're running, that's tough. How hard is it to get the kids to buy in all year long?
It is a struggle that we do face. No kid wants to go out and you tell them, hey, you've got 3 miles today, you've got 25 minutes, you've got 30 minutes, whatever. But it's a buy-in that it starts with every day, and it starts with the mindset. We believe that if we can create a routine, there's something good in the routine.
Standing here next to me, we've got Lance Davis, kind of the leader of this team at the state meet anyway, finished in 4th place. And you're a senior as well, correct?
Yes.
That's 4 years in a row that you have been a part of a state championship team. With all that experience, do you go into these big races, or do you still have those nerves and everything, or with that experience, does it make it a little bit easier?
The nerves are always there. It shows that I'm concerned about the race. It shows that I'm still human. I'm not perfect. I'm not a machine. I'm not always going to have a good race, and I'm going to be worried about that. But getting over the nerves is one of the hardest things I can say I've done, and I'll never do it completely, but it helps that I've had so many years of doing this that I'm not nearly as nervous as I was 4 years ago.
Right. And behind me, we have Tanner Hensley, also a top 10 finish, 9th place, believe, correct? Yes, how special is it for your senior year? Of course, y'all have won state multiple times now, but to kind of have that perfect ribbon at the end of your cross-country career?
It just kind of caps it off, and it makes it to where I go using that determination and not wanting to get beaten again when I go to running college, and I bring that mindset to that team.
Awesome. Coach, just want to kind of wrap up with you real quick. 5 years in a row, 6 out of 7. What's next for y'all? Is it hard to find, not getting complacent and keep going, or what is next for y'all? What are the goals? What are the plans?
Goals are to get ready for track, and then you use track to get ready for cross country next year. You don't want to predict next year, before it happens. But it's something that we're already working on. We already put it on the board of where we want to be, and we've got goals. set goals. Even though we've already accomplished some goals, we still got more. Because don't be complacent. Don't grow, just comfortable. And so that's what we're working at.
Right. One of the last things I wanted to ask you, and I like to kind of end my interviews this way. You have a very supportive community in Miller Grove. As someone who's been the sports writer here in Hopkins County for a couple of years now, I see how much engagement we get just on our articles, our videos from each different city or fan base or whatever. And Miller Grove, always very supportive. So I'm sure there will be a lot of people watching this. If there's just anything you want to say to the community, how supportive they've been and everything, this is kind of your open forum to do that.
I just thank the kids. Thank Coach Hill, thank Coach Herning, thank Coach Goose. They really have. It's nothing that we've done. But thank the coaches for being there. But thank the kids. They really have represented the school. It's nothing that we have coaches have done. It really is their buy-in. And so it starts with the great kids and then great parents.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much for coming in, guys. Congratulations. I can't stress enough. 5 state championships in a row, 6 out of 7 years. That is huge. That's unheard of. Congratulations, y'all. This is awesome.